Hi, welcome to Magpie Moonchild. My name is Kayleigh. This is going to be a all signs general read for the Something for the Weekend read, which will cover the 9th to the 11th of November 2018. Obviously, with any reading, if you found this at a different time, then this messages from this reading may be relevant for you. The Spirit doesn't do set timescales. I'm going to do, as I say, a reading for all the signs, all the zodiac signs. I'm going to start through Scorpio through to Libra, right the way around. I start with Scorpio just because it's Scorpio season. And there's also new moon in Scorpio at the moment. As with any reading, do not take the messages as the sole basis for any major decisions, life decisions. Always seek the relevant legal, medical, financial, business, whatever advice that you need with regards to a decision in your life. Please do not base it solely on a divination reading, whether that is mine or somebody else's divination reading. As I said, this is a general sign for all 12 zodiac signs. If it is you are currently looking for your sun sign and it doesn't resonate, do try your Venus, Moon, Rising, Midheaven. Check your astrological chart and see if there is another sign within your chart that is more relevant to you and you resonate better with. If for some reason you do not resonate with any of the messages, it just means that the message wasn't meant for you at this time. It could become apparent relatively soon. But if it wasn't meant for you and it doesn't resonate in any way, please do not be offended. It just was not meant for you. There are other tarot readers that may have a message for you. And please just leave the reading with love and light and just move along with without taking any negative feelings on from the reading. The current deck that I will be using today, I've got a new phone, so this is a new camera, and so I look all high def and I'm really sorry for my face already. It is Thursday night at 10 o'clock at night. Anybody that knows me knows that I don't actually go to sleep until quite late at night. Anyway, the deck that I am reading, and I have a leather armchair that's decided to make weird squelchy noises all of a sudden, is the deck I'm using is the Tarot of the Hidden Realm by Julia Jeffrey and Barbara Moore. It's a beautiful deck. I've been using it for about a week now. I kind of put the Witch's Tarot away on Halloween after Samhain. Just sort of thought, do you know what? The veil's been thin. That's done a bit of quirk for that. It is a beautiful deck and I will be going back to it soon. I'm not done with it by any means. I just wanted to give this one a go, and the imagery is beautiful. It's the Six of Cups. Nostalgia. Beautiful, innocent nostalgia, looking back to times before. Okay, so I will try and timestamp this video down below as much as I can. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and start with Scorpio's reading for the 9th of November through to the 11th of November. Obviously it's Remembrance Day this weekend, the 11th of the 11th, the 11th hour. It's all 11s this year. I know it's 11, 11, 18, but if you add up the numerology of 2018, it actually becomes 11 again. So it's 11, 11, 11. So at 11, you could have 5 11s. At 11 minutes past 11 on the 11th of the 11th, 2018. Because numerologically it becomes the 11th. So it's going to be quite a magical weekend. Spiritual weekend. And what a somber date to have that, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 100 years from the time the First World War ended. BBC website had, BBC News the other day had some sound footage from the moment the gun stopped at the 11th hour on the 11th day of the 11th month, 1918, and it is haunting. I would recommend having a look at it. It gives you pause for a moment. What that moment meant. Anyway, so I will start, with Scorpio. Sorry, that was a really somber downbeat thing to go through. It was just a... Give me pause for thought for a moment. Anyway, so this is going to be a card reading for Scorpio. First off, for the 9th to the 11th of November 2018. There we go. So we have the Magician. I love this Magician. This is my favourite Magician card out of all the decks that I own, because this guy just... he just looks amazing. He reminds me a bit of Sal, you know, from Eat, Read, Love. Especially with his hair extensions at the moment. I love Sal. Sal's one of my favourites. I often go to bed at night just listening to Sal. He haunts my husband's dreams sometimes. Sal, if you see this, you're haunting my husband's dreams. In a good way, in a good way. So yeah, this is the Magician. This is... the power to manifest what it is you are looking for in life. If it's a romance situation, you can very, very much manifest. This is the Knight of Pentacles. It's like, you know, that grown-up teenager, that there was always that grown-up one who always seemed to be very down-to-earth and mature. Probably wanted to get married quite young. It's that sort of energy. Quite sensible. He probably built up a career so that he would... Do you know what? My husband's a Scorpio, and he was this teenager. Very grounded. Wanted to get married when we were 16. Well, I was 15 actually. And he wanted to get married, and he had this big plan of what we were going to do when we were 18. I left him 6 months later and got back with him when I was 19. But this is that energy. So it's an opportunity that is very grounded. It could be, so if this is to do with love, you are manifesting a very sound offer, opportunity that is going to grow, and you are going to spiritually grow within this opportunity. So I'm not getting work, I'm actually getting love with this one. It's very much either you're going to make an offer to someone, approach someone, which I'm getting. You can make the magic happen this weekend. It's going to have a positive outcome. Either they're going to come to you. If you're manifesting someone coming into your life and making you an offer to have a long-standing relationship, it's probably going to happen this weekend. If there is a situation in your life at the moment where things aren't quite right and you want to change the situation, you currently have the opportunity, the power, spiritually, vibrations, energy, to change that situation at the moment, to make it more beneficial, to have a more grounded basis, a solid basis to grow as a couple. If you are trying to manifest somebody coming into your life, they are going to come into your life, and it will give you an opportunity to grow with another person. I'm just going to get another card just to clarify how that goes. So yeah, we've got the Four of Swords. So it's going to leave you at peace. It's going to be, whatever you're trying to manifest, it's going to happen, and it will leave you with a peaceful, restful, revitalized feeling. Four of Swords is all about resting and revitalizing what you want, so you can move forward. And this is beautiful because it's, you've already put the request out, you've done all the work, you're making the magic happen. This offer's coming forward, whether it's you offering it or somebody else. If you look, he's building his own little pentacle there, look. You are building your own future with someone, and it's going to bring you this lovely feeling of bliss and relief. You're going to be very spiritually fulfilled with it. That's beautiful, really, Scorpio. Okay, my readings do tend to go romance, love, sometimes career comes into it, but it is very much a relationship tends to come through, I found. Okay, I say that and then something comes through that isn't. So, Sagittarius, it's time for Sagittarius's read for the 9th of November through to the 11th of November 2018. Can I have there something for the weekend reading, please, for Sagittarius? Let's have a look. Sagittarius. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so a lot of decision making this weekend by the look of it, Sagittarius. You have the Two of Swords. This Two of Swords isn't the traditional Two of Swords to me. This is, normally you've got the blindfolded person and they're trying to make a decision. And yes, this is trying to make a decision, but it's like somebody's trying to force you to make a decision. Or you feel, you're making out that somebody's making you make this decision. If you look, he's actually just she's playfully got the sword, that there is no threat or intent there. He's got one planted, which to me is the sword that he's chosen. And the other sword is her sword that she's playfully giving as an option. To me, you've made your decision. You have a decision. This girl's really beautiful in the background. Maybe this symbolises you two. You and another person. Are you with a person and you've put your sword down? It's like you've got one person that you're with, and they don't know that this is another option for you. And you've got this sword stuck in the ground. You've planted it there and it's firmly there in your life. This other person, I'm getting person, in your life. This person seems blissfully unaware that this is happening, that this is going on within your head. That there is another person in your life that you have as an option, or you're considering as an option. You may have feelings for, or there's a lot of thinking going on about this other person. That your current partner, just because it's female doesn't mean that you're male and they're female. Your partner is blissfully unaware that there is this other person that you are even considering. And if you look, he's not even looking, he's gazing off into the future. So which other person, whether it's the one that you'll playfully have there, and obviously you're not going to mess around with this person that you currently have, because they've currently got a throat there, and if you upset them, it could all blow up. So that's probably where your hesitation's coming from. But yeah, you're looking into the future, whether you take the person that you're currently with, who's currently in the picture, literally, or this other sword that you've got planted. It seems to have been resting there for a while. But basically, from what I'm getting, you've been watching this other person for a while, though. You've got the Page of Swords, which is like, depicted it as a beautiful woman that's just pensive and thinking. To me, the Page of Swords is like naive logic, innocent logic. So you're looking back innocently at trying to make clear of whoever this other person is. You might be watching them on social media and seeing what they're up to. I'm definitely getting that the person that you are trying to figure out about also is probably quite similar in features to the partner you have at the moment. Dark hair. I'm getting dark hair because of all the imagery. But yeah, you are currently watching them on, it could be social media, trying to work out without a lot of information, because obviously the page is quite naive. You don't have a lot of information about what this person is actually up to. You think you have a picture of them, but it's not got all the information. So you've done a bit of Facebook stalking and you've not quite got all the details of what's going on with this other person that you are considering. Whatever this other person, that to me, this is, yes, you're with somebody, and I'm not saying leave, but you need to make a decision, because this could be an opportunity. Although you don't have all the information, it could very much, the green is like the heart chakra colour. So you could very much have somebody that you have a new opportunity with, or a new opening for some sort of emotional bliss. Whether that's your current partner that you could quite happily carry along with, but I'm getting that you are seriously considering somebody that has had their sword planted in your land for quite a while. That the other person who's probably been in to be that trusting with the sword, they've been in your life a little while themselves, but this sword's been there quite a while, quite a few years probably. It could be an ex, I'm not necessarily, but it's somebody that you've considered for a while. And I'm getting, because the page is quite innocent, so this could have been your first love that you are considering, or somebody from when you were younger. But yeah, this person could be an opportunity, but at the moment you're all in your head about it. You're trying to find out the info, you're trying to see what they're up to. This has been coming up for a while actually with Sagittarius, that there's somebody in your past that you're considering. And obviously Venus is in retrograde, so all these feelings of exes and things and past loves do come up, but there could be an opportunity for a new beginning, an emotional beginning. It doesn't have to be necessarily that you have a relationship with them, as in a physical love relationship. Maybe you just miss your friend, you miss that person being in your life and what they brought into your life, and you're obviously reflecting on that. You're trying to be quite logical with it, and probably having these naive little daydreams about how you could make, what could happen if that person was still in your life. Because obviously they brought you joy, and they bring you joy. The thought of them still brings you joy. So I could very much get that you could be considering a new beginning with them. And you've actually got the Death card come up next, which sounds awful. Don't take the Death card as awful. I actually love the Death card. It is a new beginning. So this is potentially a new beginning. Potential for a new beginning, the end of the old ways and beginning of a new. So if you've not spoken to them for a while, because sometimes the page can be like cutting off of emotions and communication, maybe it's time to open up a new communication with them and just message, hey, how are you, what are you up to? You'll get more detail of what's going on with them. I think it came up a few weeks ago that you should just tell someone that you love them, but I wouldn't start with I love you in this situation. But there is an opportunity for you to have a new beginning, whether that's a relationship where you're in love with them or just having your friend back in your life. Yeah, I would say message them if you really want to. They probably miss you too, whether that they still love you as a partner, or it could be an old friend, but that sword in the ground is there for a reason, and you need to contact them and see if they miss you too. And if they tell you to fuck off, they tell you to fuck off. But at least you've tried. But to me, I wouldn't get that they would. I would say very much that it could be a new beginning for the two of you, friendship or otherwise. Okay, that was very reminiscent. There was no Six of Cups though, so it's not necessarily nostalgia. This is, you've been thinking about them a lot. Okay, Capricorn, for the 9th of November through to the 11th of November 2018, please, for Capricorn. Okay. Ooh, okay, this is pretty good. So you've got the Four of Wands. It's all about celebration of, because it's wands, it's creative energy. Traditionally, to me, it's the home, marriage, celebration card. This is very much looking like a band that played together. And you have the Star. So if you have aspirations with regards to a celebration that's coming up, it could be an impending marriage or engagement party that you have coming, or you're wishing. See, the Star is all about wishing and a divine guidance towards. If it's for your good, it will guide you towards that. So if you are looking currently in a situation where you are looking to celebrate something, the signs are it's looking good for you to celebrate that. Whether that's a it's very family, friends orientated, so it could be a major birthday surprise that you've got coming up, because obviously we're not far from Christmas. Maybe you're planning Christmas and the joy that somebody is coming to Christmas with you, to spend Christmas with you, or some sort of celebration coming up over the weekend. It could be that a wedding gets booked, or some sort of family announcement happens, something you've hoped for a while, and life is just sorry, I need a drink. The stars are aligning, so to speak, for a celebration this weekend. It could be an engagement, it could be somebody saying that they're coming to spend time with you. a party that you have been invited to, a major party, an engagement party, a marriage. But yeah, very much a time for a celebration of something that's wanted for a while. There you go, completion of a cycle. Life renewed. So it could very much be something you've wanted for quite a while, and your wish, this is major arcana here, a wish that brings fulfillment. Very much a wish that brings fulfillment and growth. So it's time to celebrate a wish coming in this weekend. A wish is coming in for you this weekend. Okay, that was a Capricorn. Can I have the cards for Aquarius? I'm sorry that wasn't very long, Capricorn. For Aquarius, please. The cards for Aquarius for the 9th of November through to the 11th of November 2018, please. Okay. So, okay. I'm going to get another card because I need... Okay. So at the moment, home, relationship, 10 of Cups, it's all about fulfillment. Although this woman doesn't look that fulfilled as such, does she? But she looks like she's achieving, mastering her emotions, mastering that cup. It's all about the peak. You start with the Ace and then that splits into the 2 of Cups. And 10 is like the fulfillment. This is like the crone phase of the triple moon goddess. It is, you have successfully got to that point, Aquarius, where life is pretty good. You're in your groove. Home life's pretty good. You're happy, you're content, you're fulfilled. However, although home is quite good, there is something you are worrying about. Something you are struggling with. She looks a bit like Scarlett Johansson, this one, doesn't she? Something you are struggling with. And it's like, I'm getting that you're missing someone that has left us, unfortunately, because of all these white feathers that are floating around. You're struggling with somebody that has passed, and those feelings of somebody, and I'm really sorry for your loss. I'm genuinely sorry for your loss, and I feel like welling up. It is, something's really triggering you with this at the moment. I'm really sorry. I'm going to probably blub with you. Somebody is missing you. You are missing somebody that has passed over, and they are missing you too. I can tell you that. I'm getting it might be a mother that has passed over. I'm really sorry. A mother or a grandmother or an aunt has passed on, and you are feeling very lost in the woods. They are watching over you. You see this owl? They are there to guide you, to give you wisdom. They are with you. All these white feathers. If you see a white feather this weekend, that is this family member that has moved over, passed over, is actually a sign that they are with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. So I'm getting that it'll be on the 9th that you start seeing these feathers. I know it says the 9 of Wands, but 9 of Swords, sorry. But yeah, you are very anxious, upset, thinking of them a lot. And they are sending these messages, these feathers to you to tell you that you're okay, to guide you. If you see feathers, that is this wise owl. Obviously this is all spirit, and this person that brought you completeness, they filled you up emotionally. So I'm getting mother and grandmother. They are moving over. They are showing you signs that they are there with you this weekend, Aquarius. I've got the 10 of Wands. Normally it's burden. The 10 of Wands, it's a burden, but this is a cherished egg, that this little kid. So there is something from your childhood, some token that they have left behind for you. And they want you to know that if you find it and you just hold it, that is your way of saying, your way of communicating with them. If you take it and take it to your heart and just speak to them, they will hear you on the other side. They will hear you. and they will be there for you. Any guidance you want, you just take that memento that you have. It could be, I'm getting a trinket. There's some sort of trinket that you've got. I'm not getting jewellery, I'm getting something important. For me it's my spoons for my nan and stuff. But anyway, there's a trinket that you have, and it's not jewellery. There's something that you have that if you hold it close to your heart, Aquarius, they are with you. They will be with you. They will hear everything you say, and they will be there in a shot. They are there for you. I'm really sorry, Aquarius, and my condolences for the loss of this family member, but they are with you, and they want you to know that they are with you, and they are guiding you, and they are there whenever you need them. You just have to call them. You just have to call them to you. Sorry, it's really emotional. That's really come over. Okay, Aquarius. So sorry, I'm going to reshuffle the cards because that's quite a emotive reading. Okay, so we're going to move on to Pisces. Pisces, a reading for Pisces for the 9th to the 11th of November. They want you to know that they love you, that you love them as well. They love you as well, Aquarius, just in case you missed that. Okay, Pisces. Pisces for the 9th to the 11th of November 2018. Can I have a message for Pisces? Thank you. Okay. I'm going to get a third one because this is quite... Okay. Pisces, I'm getting that you are working on self-care, self-love, your personal growth. Just because this weekend you have got the Magician, which I've reshuffled these. I don't know how this has come up again. I literally just had this a little while ago on, I think it was Scorpio. The Magician. So you are in a position at the moment, maybe it's a water sign thing, you are manifesting something. And the good news, you have major arcana coming up with this. So this is major arcana, this is divine energy given to you to manifest whatever it is you want. But you need to be very careful with what it is you are manifesting, Pisces. And there is no silliness with this. This is serious. This is... whatever it is you are trying to achieve, you are going to achieve it, because it is going to bring an end to the old and the start of the new. And I'm not getting that what you're necessarily going to manifest, I'm not saying it's going to be bad, but it's not going to quite turn out the way you were expecting it. So this woman is very intense. I'm getting that you're very intent with whatever it is you are manifesting, but you may not have considered what's going to come along with it, with this change. So a change is happening. You are making something happen. This is the end of an old way, the beginning of a new. You are not necessarily going to be manifesting something good. If you are in a relationship and you are trying to make something happen, you need to consider, because I'm going to explain it, why you're doing it. And I'm hoping it's for your own self-growth, because I'm getting the 9 of Pentacles, which to me, yes, that's going to be a happy end to it, but this is the I'm happy on my own, single, independent card. So I'm hoping that whatever you're doing is for your own self-growth, and that you are not doing it to be with someone. Because if you're doing something to trying to achieve attracting somebody, this is not going to work for love, because you're probably going to end up on your own. I'm not saying you're on your own for a bad reason. This is very much the content card. It could well be that you're manifesting something and it is literally just self-improvement, but I don't get that it's going to go the way you think it's going to go. What is it they say? Be careful what you wish for. So you've put your intent out, what you want, but you've not really considered what that could mean. The good news is that you are going to be content with this change. So whatever element you want from it, it's just situation that surrounds it isn't necessarily going to be what you thought it was. You're not going to have quite the Ten of Pentacles, happy hearth and home that you thought you were going to have. The dream home that you thought you were gonna have. Sorry, that cup of tea is really repeating on me. But this is fine. This is fine because if you look at her, she's all happy on her own. She's quite content. She's got a little robin to talk to. I mean, robins are always, to me, family members visiting. So there is somebody watching over you. So you're not entirely alone. There is somebody there watching you. It could be a guardian angel or a family member. The little robin redbreast. And obviously the seasons are changing. So this is very much 9, Friday. You probably might have a little visitor sit in the garden and look at you. I had one visit me on my nan's birthday. And I went, I'm all right now. And you move along to the others. And the bird flew off. Looked at me and then flew off. Yeah, so you are, it's going to help you grow. Whatever it is you're manifesting, it is going to help you grow. You should be doing it for your self progression, your self growth, purely because there isn't another person featured on this page. There isn't another person featured on there, so it's going to benefit you. Whether that benefits a relationship, and there is mutual benefit within a relationship, but it's going to benefit you this weekend. Whatever it is you're trying to manifest, it is going to happen. But this is what I call, in the other decks, I call it my Beyonce card. She's good, she's on her own, she has all a dollar, she's fine. This is a bit more serene and class. I'm not saying Beyonce is not classy, please don't take that, but she's just very content and quite humble and happy on her own. Maybe a little bit tinge of regret in her eyes that, you know, things could have been different, but it's fine because she is where she is and she's not unhappy with where she is. She is content, but she's not the full 10 Pentacles, happy hearth and home. She's fine on her own, but she's ready for the enhancement of another person. So it is going to benefit you. This, whatever it is you're manifesting, it is going to benefit. It's going to benefit you, but not necessarily a partnership. It's going to help you grow, Pisces. Okay, can I have the reading for Aries, please, for the 9th of November through to the 11th of November? Aries, thank you. Okay. Okay. So I've got that there is a new creative idea that you have. And you've probably had it for a little while. Look at this little fox, like ready to pounce off. And Ace of Wands. It's all about creative ideas, a new adventure that you could go on. It could be, it's a passionate thing. It could literally be getting laid, but it's more a passion, more inspiring and divine. There is an opportunity for you to go after something that you've wanted. If you look, the fox is ready to go after his tea. He wants that, and instinctively he's going for it. There is something inside you instinctively that you want to do, that you need to do. And I'm getting that you need to do it because you have the 8 of Cups come up, which is the emotional, you feel like something is missing within you, Aries, and you want to go and find it for your own emotional fulfillment. So you are going to be, this weekend, you're gonna know what it is you are looking for, and you are going to go after it. You are going to finally go after what it is that you have been looking for. I mean, your readings have been quite, for Aries lately, have been like you're missing something. You want to go after something. Something is lacking and you need it. You've got to the point where you need it. You need it instinctively. You need it, and you know what you need to do to get it. You know what you need to do to get it. And that brings a new beginning. I don't know how this card has come up again because I've shuffled these cards. But you've got death. There is a lot of divine ends and beginnings, but you are going after it. And when you do, you are getting a new beginning. The old way is gone, which I don't think is a bad thing in this situation. I know I've got the same card. I don't think it is, because these two are quite good and prosperous and moving forward. Everything is moving forward. I might get a fourth one just to... There you go. You are moving forward to... It's the Three of Cups, which is like the celebration card. Friends, family, everything around you. So yeah, there's something you instinctively need. You know you need, and you know you want it. You need it. It has to happen. It's from within. You finally found what it is that inspires you, that makes it happen. You are going to move for it. You are going to go and find it. You're going to go in search of it. The emotion to emotionally fulfill yourself. And it's going to mean a new beginning for you. And that new beginning is going to bring you joy and celebrations and good times. Probably make your friends want to be around you a bit more. But it is definitely a beginning that you are more than happy to go with. More than happy to go with this new beginning. You're in a good place, passionate, looking for the emotional fulfillment that it's going to bring. And it is going to bring that emotional fulfillment. You're going to be happy and joyful and celebratory with what it's going to bring you. It's going to make you happy. That's the main thing. It's going to make you happy. It's going to make you have that happy little joy dance that you have inside when you finally find that thing that you've been searching for, that inner joy. It's going to bring you joy and contentment. I'm going to have a quick drink before I go on to do Taurus. We're halfway through. I'm actually quite a slurpy tea drinker, aren't I? Anyway, Taurus. Can I have a reading for Taurus, please, for the 9th to the 11th of November 2018? Thank you. Okay, Taurus, a bit nostalgic. Oh, that's just literally slid off. A bit nostalgic. You are reflecting back, and I'm getting that this is... The Three of Pentacles is like the foundations. The fundamental foundations, although this guy seems to be making jewellery. He seems to be a nice craftsman. So maybe you're looking back at a time when you... See, he's quite... I'm going to get another card to get the real... Because obviously this is reflecting on a reviewing... Although I'm getting serene. She's quite serene. She's reflecting with innocent nostalgia. A situation. Yeah, you're just feeling a bit reflective this weekend of everything that's gone on with your past foundation, building what you've built. So yeah, so this is like where she's reflecting. Maybe you're at this stage and you're reflecting back to when you were younger, and reassessing a situation. I'm not getting relationship. I'm actually getting career with this one. You're just going to sit and reflect over your career this weekend and whether you've done the right thing and the right path. And the good news is you have had the right path. You're very content with how things are at the moment. You're nostalgic, not out of woe or regret. You are actually nostalgic because you're quite happy to look back over the work you put in, the foundations you have to get to the position where you are. You're actually looking back and thinking, Taurus, that you're looking back and giving yourself a well done, basically. Yeah, we've done all right with that, haven't we? Actually, we've achieved quite a lot lately. We're doing all right. We've got to this point. We've put this work in. We've built this foundation for where we are now. It's quite good. There is no angst in these cards. To me, it's quite serene. It's quite a reflective. A progress report is what I'm getting. Progress report, really? Progress report. What is it they call it? What is the thing you have at the end? An assessment at the end. Appraisal. You are appraising, constructively appraising where you've been, what your foundation is, and how you are in this comfortable, secure position. And it's all about you. It's not about family. It's all about you. And they're all content. They've all got a slight smile. That's... Yeah, I'm all right. Serene contentment. They're all content. It's just a moment to reflect on what you've achieved. And why shouldn't you take a moment to reflect and appraise where you've been? A record of achievement. But it's not all the woohoo achievements. It's like, I put all that work in actually, and now it's actually showing. It's actually paying off. It's actually, I'm not going to shout about it, but I'm all right. I'm in a good place. And we've got here, and the work was done. And we've got here by work and graft. And that's a good way to look at things. For Gemini, please, for the 9th to the 11th of November 2018. Okay. Okay. Gemini, I have the High Priestess and Justice. So there may have been something, it actually came out that way. You're waiting for a decision on something, or some sort of karma to play out. I'm very much sorry, my daughter's just shouted from bed. She shouts in her sleep and I've just heard her. Justice is very much divine karma. You get back what you've paid in. So as long as you've been kind, so this is the High Priestess, this is spiritually, so this is very much karma coming through. The High Priestess sees all. She doesn't interfere in earthly matters, but she does take in the spiritual path. So if you've morally, ethically played ill, it will come out that way. If you've morally, ethically been kind, high vibrational, then she will of course give you your karmic reward, very much your justice. If your just rewards, you're going to get your just desserts. Just desserts is the saying, is that your just desserts. If you have been kind to, if this is a relationship, if you have been put out love and kindness and understanding and appreciation to another person, if you've been supportive, very much not emotion, spiritual. Yes, it is emotion, but not in the Empress sense of nurturing. All in the emotions, not water. It's more air energy. If you've been considerate of another person or a situation, then of course you are going to be rewarded with the beautiful butterflies that are on there. If you've been, because if you look, she can be serene, but sometimes you look at her and she can actually be quite cutting, and it's a detached justice. Okay. It is to do with the relationship. It is not to do with work, but it's to do with the relationship. And this relationship could go either way. This is to do with your partner. Because there is this couple in the background. So if you have spiritually been kind to your partner, loving, kind, faithful in your relationship to them, and I don't just mean physically faithful, I mean yes, have fantasies in your head about other people, but if you've actually gone as far as emotionally betrayed them, karma is coming to find. They are going to find out, Gemini. If you have somebody that you have considered for a while and you've maybe put them on the back burner, I don't get that they're going to be there for you much longer. If you look, he's kind of fading into the wood. If there's somebody you've dangled for a while, they're not waiting anymore. If you've made false promises, that's going to come back and get you. If, however, you've put the work in and you've been faithful and kind, you're going to have this merry dance that's going on in the background. You're going to have the joy. It looks a bit like contemporary dance, doesn't it? Like an emotional dance. But yeah, it's either going to be somebody that you've betrayed, or not necessarily betrayed, but you've not treated them as well as you should have. Justice is coming along. The High Priestess has seen it all. Divine judgment has happened. And the result can either be somebody fading into the background that you're going to regret that you let that happen, or it's going to be a happy, merry dance of love. Let's hope you've been good, Gemini, because I really do not want that person to be fading into the background for you. That would be sad. It's the end. It's the summation of a cycle. What's happened is coming into judgment. It is coming into judgment. Okay. Where are we? Cancer. I'm a Cancer sun, and I'm very much a Cancer. I like to wallow. Sometimes when I'm sad, I like to wallow. Okay. I don't know why I'm saying that, because we're also very giving and emotional, and we are very in our emotions, in our emotional waters, aren't we, Cancer? Anyway, can I have a reading for Cancer, please? Doesn't have to be me. This could not be meant for anybody but me. For Cancer, please. The Cancer Watcher, can I please have a message for Cancer for the 9th to the 11th of November 2018? Okay. You've got the Two of Wands, so this is all about creative new beginnings. You have an idea and you are looking, trying to make it take flight. If you look, this is like two fairies trying to learn to fly. And they've got two different ways of going about it. I mean, they will probably end up flying. But it's which way do they want to go? Do they just want to jump off the thing, or do they want to sit down and wait until the wings can support them? This one's all wild and free and crazy, and this one's a bit more sensible and conservative. So are you going to do the wild and crazy thing option that you've got this weekend, Cancer, or are you going to do the conservative, planned, orderly one? I'm going to get that you're going to be quite sensible this weekend, to be honest, Cancer, but you're lucky because this is, so the Three of Pentacles is all about hard work. So this idea that you've got that you want to take flight, you have opportunity to put the grounding work into it this weekend. If it's a creative project, which I'm getting with Wands, because Wands is creative, inspirational, you're going to, if it's a business, a creative business, I'm getting work with this one, creative business, then you need to put the work in this weekend. You need to start putting the groundwork in, you need to start putting the effort in to make this take flight. If you don't do anything, you're not going to fly. If at least if you take the risk, the rewards could come out. I mean, this guy is working hard and honestly. So you've got the Fairy Stallion. And she looks quite happy on her journey on that stallion. It's not a unicorn, it's her arm. She's like, yes, let's go this way. And you are finally going to discover the path of which you want to take to try and make this creative idea that you have had a way to make that work. You have an idea, you have a creative, I want to say hobby, passion, creative outlet, and you're finding a way to finally free and go on that journey to discover where, because you're putting the work in, where that could take you. You're starting to see the path with which you could take that. It's very much, oh, yes, we can go with that. Yes, that's where we're going to go. And you can go forward with it. Because you are in control of the Fairy Stallion. You can go as galloping fast and you can take that journey and it's fine because you are in control. Yes, she's got one arm off, let's go that way, horse, but she's also controlling, she has the reins. So it is very much taking control and directing that creative idea that you have and seeing where it can take you. You are going to start taking the steps towards making that creative, I'm getting business, is it a self-employed business, Cancer? You're going to see where it can go. You're going to see where it can take you. And you've got the Empress, which is, it's just going to grow and it's going to, you can create anything this weekend. You can nurture anything. You can expand it. You can harvest all that work that you're putting in, to make that idea grow. Now is the time to plant your seeds and reap the rewards of work that you're putting in. and taking flight, and it will come to fruition. And it will leave you content and full. Which is really nice, Cancer. Okay. On to Leo. Can I have cards for Leo, please? For the 9th of November through to the 11th of November. Thank you. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands. This card always puzzles me, and I'm going to take the imagery more than the actual literal meaning of the Six of Wands on this one. Just because she's quite fiery. She's out at dusk. I'm getting, let's have a look. Yeah, you've actually got, there is something within you that you have been holding in, and you are now looking to explore and step into some potential that you have. The Five of Wands is all about being stuck and battling, and the Seventh is all about struggle. And but this I'm getting with the Six of Wands. If you look, she's just got the leaves around her, stripping bare down, stripping the trees down, assessing everything, stripping it all back to just what you want to achieve and how you want, stepping into your power of what you want to achieve. It's going to take a bit of soul searching, because the Hermit is all about soul searching, and now is the time to look into how you can follow your passion, your drive, what it is that inspires you. It's assessment time. You've come through fighting, and now you're thinking, was that worth it? Was that battle worth it? Was the struggle worth it? And now you're looking within to assess that and see where you can go. And very much you are thinking, assessing, and within this you are going to be assessing where you can take that, quite logically, where you can take what it is that is driving you, and is that for your higher good? Is this divine? You're being divinely guided to assess, is this the right path for me, without being so unemotional as the King of Swords or as analytical as the Queen of Swords. You get to be the Knight of Swords, so you get to have a little bit of play with how emotional you are. There is still some emotion with the Knight of Swords. A bird of wisdom. There is wisdom there to help. There is guidance there, divine guidance on this little inner journey that you're having about this creative passion that you have. Now is the time. Now is autumn assessment time, you know, to tear back everything, ready to grow in the springtime. So maybe it's something that you're going to think about moving forward within springtime, and now is the time to put the work in. But this is, and you're also going to assess where you need to take it for your own happiness, for your own joy, to fulfill you, to make that, because the Eight of Cups is like one step away from a wish, isn't it? The Nine of Cups is the wish card, the gluttony card, that, oh, I've got more than my fill of what I need, ampleness of emotional ampleness. So you need to strip back to what it is you need going forward, to assess what is lacking, what is going to get you that final cup, the final two cups to make that complete. 9 would be the wish, but the 10 would be the happy ever after. So you need to work out what it is that is lacking within you, that you have, because you're going to have a struggle. The next step to this one is struggle. So next you have to assess which is the best way to get through that struggle that is going to come up. You're going to have to battle on for what it is you want, but you need to look within how you're going to do it and what you need to have come from that, what it is that you are lacking at the moment to make that fill you up, to give you that 8, that 9, 10 of Cups feeling, So you need, it's assessment time this weekend to sit back and have a think, Leo, about what it is you want from that situation. And you can make that happen. You just need to know deep down soulfully where that's coming from and what you need it to bring. Okay, we've got Virgo to go. I'm really sorry these are dragging on a bit, but there seems to be more message coming through on this. Okay, so can I have a message for Virgo, please, for the 9th to the 11th of November 2018, please. A message for Virgo. There's something for the weekend reading. 9th to the 11th of November 2018. They're not popping at the moment, Virgo. I'm hoping that they do soon. There we go. Okay, so you have these 10 of Cups, Virgo. You have the happy hearth and home. Happy spiritual happiness and fulfillment. Love. You have all you need to then move and work with the logic side of it. So, you know, you're thinking, reflecting on your emotions this weekend and how happy you are, how content you are, and how you are fortunate to have everything you want. This is like a wisdom. Yes, this has all happened, and yes, we're now assessing where we are and reflecting on what it is. At some point, you have suffered heartbreak, and I'm guessing in the past, it's a few years ago now, was bringing you heartbreak. This is very strange, Virgo. This is actually like reflective of the Sagittarius one that I had. Ten of Cups isn't normally reflective, but in this deck I'm getting that she is, if you look, they're both looking in the same direction. They're both looking in that direction. And it is very much, so traditionally the Three of Swords is heartache and pain. I'm getting that whatever it was is healed. It's from the past. You are at peace with it, but for some reason you're being triggered by it at the moment to consider what it was in your younger formative years, and you're assessing it. Whatever it was that left you pensive, unsure, knocked your confidence a little bit, and I'm getting that it's knocked your confidence a little bit, and something's triggering. Although you're happy with where you are and you are emotionally settled, something in your past that knocked your confidence, knocked your, made you doubt yourself slightly. It did hurt you emotionally, but I'm getting more, it's knocked your confidence and it's triggering you again. And I'm getting it's from, sorry, my tummy's rumbling. I'm not snacking at this time of night, so it can keep rumbling. It's triggering you again. It's triggering a thought process that you maybe don't consider to be great. The good news is it's going to, because obviously the Three of Swords is all heartbreak and pain, and you get to the Four of Swords. So what it is an emotion. It's an emotional experience that has been triggered from the past that has knocked your confidence. And if you just look after, it's time to just practice and look after yourself, and this weekend, and just do a bit of self-care, because something's triggered this. If you look, it's not confident. Something's knocked your confidence again. Something from the past. It's triggered the same response that it did before. You are not confident, doubting yourself, feeling like you've been naive in a situation. Although you're perfectly content and happy, it's just a bit of anxiety in your head. And if you just take the time to look after yourself, you'll go from this forlorn to this more serene. Just look after yourself. Just give yourself a bit of a break this weekend. Don't overthink too much. I know that's easier said than done. But just try and give yourself a bit of a break. Give yourself a break this weekend. A bit of self-care, a bit of self-love. Build your confidence up a little bit this weekend. and you will be right as rain. It's nothing major, it's just something that's triggered a little bit of self-doubt, and it's time to use a little bit of self-care on yourself and build your confidence back up and love yourself a little bit again. Yeah, just stop doubting yourself. You are fine. It's not the same response as you had when you were younger. It is not the same thing. Yes, it's a trigger, but you're not in that situation anymore. You are in a different situation, a different place. You are in a 10 of Cups place. You are emotionally fulfilled. You are loved. You know that you're loved, and you know that you love others, and that you have, it's the rainbow, isn't it? The family in the Rider-Waite. It's the rainbow. It's the happy ending. It's the emotional fulfillment, and you are emotionally fulfilled. This is the thinky brain that's taking over at the moment. Your brain's overthinking a little bit, and you just need to look after yourself a little bit and just stop it from developing into anything, and just give yourself a break this weekend. It's really not worth upsetting yourself too much, and try not to let the trigger overwhelm you too much. There was no 9 of Swords or 8 of Swords, so it's not going to overwhelm you. It's just going to make you a bit reflective and go, oh, hang on a minute, this happened before and I reacted like that. So, okay, last one is Libra. Can I have some cards for Libra, please, for the 9th to the 11th of November 2018? That's way too many. Just give me 2 or 3, please. There we go. Celebration this weekend, Libra. A celebration, family gathering. I'm getting more family gathering than celebration. Justice. I'm going to get another card because this could play a certain way. This came up, I can't remember what sign it was, in another sign's reading. This karmic priestess, justice, assessment. So maybe this weekend it's all about gathering family round. Something's happened. I feel a bit emotional. It's a bit weird. Something's happened. You've got the family all around you. I'm just going to pull another card because that's Hierophant. So this is the High Priestess and the Hierophant. They are the divine feminine, divine masculine, more ethereal, spiritual, higher. Family gathering. At some point there's been a split within the family. For whatever reason, there has been a split. Mum and Dad, they're not even looking at each other. They're not even looking at each other. They didn't get along. I'm getting there was a divorce at some point within the family. There's been a divorce at some point within the family. And for some reason, the family are all gathered together. And this weekend, you're all together. And you're all assessing. My nose is all of a sudden full. Breathing. Something to do with breathing. Okay. Lungs. Something to do with lungs. I'm getting somebody's been poorly. Yeah, somebody's been poorly. And it's to do with breathing. I'm really struggling to breathe. So I don't know if somebody has had some sort of... So that all together, the family, at some point, Mum and Dad have split up. And for some reason, everybody's all brought together. And this past split between the mum, dad, granny, granddad, whatever... Despite this split, they're all together and they're all reflecting on happy time. I'm getting somebody's past. Somebody has passed within the family and probably quite recent, so that everybody's assessing and reflecting the life of this person, and I'm getting that it was something to do with breathing that has caused this person to pass. So you're all there, and it might be quite recent. It could be that there was a funeral on Friday, or somebody's passed during the week, and you're all together as a family and you're reflecting. But I'm not, because there's not emotional cards to this, I'm getting that you are being, it's going to be quite a happy reflection on what's happened. And maybe even if dad's gone, mum's going to be there with the family, because I think dad's gone, dad's passed over, and I'm really sorry if your dad has passed over. I'm really sorry. I'm getting emotional, so I'm getting dad. I'm really sorry that your dad has passed over. I'm getting breathing, so it could be lungs, something to do with their lungs, or maybe you were there when they took their last breath, and everybody's gathered, and even mum and dad might have split, and mum's there. Mum is there. She's still watching over you. He's passed on, because I'm getting that he's looking that way, and you're all reflecting on his life with justice. You're justifying his life and remembering his merits with no anxiety, no hostility. She doesn't get involved in fights, the High Priestess. She sees all, she assesses all. You're giving him his karmic justice in a positive way. There's no malice, there's no attacking. You're just reflecting on his life. Mum's going to be there too. She has respect for the fact of who he was. She'll join in with the happy memories. I'm sorry, I can't explain why I'm crying. Everybody's going to be there reflecting on this great man. He might not have been entirely innocent. I'm getting that he wasn't entirely innocent. He wasn't entirely great, and I'm getting something went on with mum and dad. And they did split, but you are reflecting on his life. You are reflecting on his life and celebrating with your family. You're coming together as a family to celebrate his life, and almost like, I want to say, laud his achievements, praise him, almost help him on his way up, help him on his path. Because the Hierophant's all about spiritual, the church, God, your attachment to a spirit, the High Priestess is too. So whatever's happened to dad, and I'm really sorry that your dad has passed over, and I'm really sorry that for the situation, this seems quite sudden. But the family is all going to be coming together this weekend to reflect on his life and all the wonderful things that he did, and the remarkable way that they touched your life. They weren't completely innocent, but you are sending up all the good to help them pass through to the next. If you believe in heaven, then you're praising them to let you through the pearly gates into heaven. You are praising all the good in them. You are washing away all their sins and praising them and all the good that they did to help raise them up with kindness and love. It's all about kindness and love, and just being together and reflecting on the happy memories and the achievements that this person achieved. And I'm really sorry for the passing of whoever that is, and it is quite recent, because it feels I really want to cry for you, and I don't normally do that, and I really want to cry for you. So I am truly sorry, Libra, for whoever it is that's passed, because that's quite raw, and I'm getting that it's just happened. So take comfort from the fact that your family are all there, and that you're helping him on his way by reflecting on all the memories. That's really, really sorry. Oh, whoever that was meant for, honestly, I'm sending so much love to you. That was I just want to cry for you. Oh, joy. Make a joy. You blow the dandelion clocks and they float off. Just joy. Just joy. Happiness. Happy memories. To send them on their way. Happy memories. Anyway, I'm really sorry. It'll be a happy, sad, bittersweet weekend for you. But ultimately, you'll just remember all the joy and happiness that that person brought. Especially from childhood. I'm getting that you're a daughter, and well, you knew them. You've known them since you were very young. If you're the past person. Okay. Very emotional one to finish on. I just want to say thank you very much for watching this reading. I hope that it's brought you the messages that you need if you've needed them. If you're Libra, they are fine. They are on their way, and they love you very much. They weren't necessarily ready to go, but they're glad you were with them. And they are fine. They're on their way. Sorry, that's just not leaving me. It's going to take me a minute to process once this is done. I just want to say thank you very much for watching. If it's resonated, please let me know below. I hope it's brought you what you needed to know, what you needed to hear. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry it wasn't all upbeat and exciting towards the end, but somebody needed to hear that. Somebody needed to know that that comfort is coming this weekend. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon. Love and light to you.